Chapter 621 I asked you to be a shield for me, but you came to be the referee? Dog. How can a male dog say he can't do it? No matter it's a long spear or a long spear, we'll resist it. Besides, have you forgotten who I am? I'm a spendthrift. I have as many rubbish pills as you want that can heal injuries instantly. How can I treat you unfairly? Hearing the little yellow dog's plea, Yi Feng refused with all his words. Is this a matter of whether I need pills or not? This is a matter of whether I get hurt or not, whether I feel pain or not. Hearing Yi Feng's refusal, the little yellow dog was really going crazy. Then, it looked directly at the blood-sucking mantis that was watching the excitement not far away. It felt that the mantis brother was its last hope. For the fairness of the game, I, the handsome blood-sucking mantis, will be the referee of this competition. Seeing the little yellow dog looking at him, the blood-sucking mantis understood instantly, and then ran over and shouted excitedly. I asked you to come and be a mantis shield for me, but you came here to be a referee? Looking at the excited look on the blood-sucking mantis's face, the little yellow dog was stunned. This was different from what it thought. Brother dog. Don't worry, although the spear has no eyes, I will try my best to avoid your brother. At this time, the excited voice of the little spear dragon also sounded from the little yellow dog's mind. Fuck. I'm a sword dog. The #1 sword dog in the world. You can't do this to me. Hearing what the little spear dragon said, the little yellow dog also roared in his heart. An hour later. Dog. Look how scared you are. How could my master and I really hurt you? After the game, Yi Feng also looked at the little yellow dog sitting on the ground and said with a smile. If my dog's waist hadn't been twisted well, would I have been able to avoid being hit? I relied on my own efforts to dodge the long spear for an hour, and you said this to me? The little yellow dog was stunned when he heard Yi Feng's shameless words. Ding. Congratulations to the host for triggering the wasteful behavior. Reward 2 million wasteful points. Reward immortality pill *1. Reward golden beast soul order *10000000. No immortal beast is sealed. At this moment, the system's reward prompt sound suddenly rang in Yi Feng's mind. It seems that the 9,989 bearded ginseng essences have all been lost. Now I have got another immortality pill, so the number of immortality pills I have now reached 9. Otherwise, I will break through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal realm for fun. Looking at Nie Hao, Jiang Yi, Nie Feiyang and others, Yi Feng felt that they were very good witnesses. Young Master Yi. 14 top-grade immortal beasts were fed to death. My father has also dealt with the corpses. Next, you can start roasting at any time. At this time, Jiang Yi also came over and briefly explained the situation. Okay. Then let's start roasting. After saying that, Yi Feng checked the prodigal products for fresh today. He was going to start firing after checking today's prodigal products. Today's prodigal product, a large piece of Wuji Leihuang stone. Wuji Leihuang stone, it exists in Wuji Leishan, one of the forbidden areas in the upper realm. For the immortals who practice thunder-type magical powers, absorbing the power in it will be of great benefit. The prodigal product refreshed today is actually a special training resource for practicing thunder-type magical powers. Then how to make it more interesting, we have to think about it carefully. After checking today's prodigal products, Yi Feng was not very anxious, but was ready to think about it carefully first. What is Yi Xiao going to do? When everyone found that Yi Feng suddenly took off into the air, they all looked at Yi Feng with curiosity. Disciple. What are you doing? At this time, Luo Qianxue also looked at Yi Feng in the air and asked, curiously. Master. My disciple's cultivation has not improved for many days. So, I want to take this opportunity to improve it a little bit. Hearing Luo Qianshua's question, Yifeng also responded with a big laugh. Oh. Is it time to shoot? Then hurry up and shoot. Knowing that Yifeng was preparing to improve his cultivation, Luo Qianxue lost interest and closed her eyes to continue practicing. You are now at the peak of the 9th level of the Immortal Saint realm. Based on this kind of cultivation, if you want to break through to the 1st level of the Immortal Venerable realm, even if you have a natural talent, it will not be possible to break through in a few days. Nie Hao, Jiang Yi, Nie Feiyang, Jiang Longshan and others who were not far away also showed a bit of confusion at this time. They couldn't believe that Yifeng could break through from the 9th level of the Immortal Saint realm to the 1st level of the Immortal Venerable realm in just a few days. Boom. 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 Very soon. The continuous breakthrough aura burst out from Yifeng's body crazily. In just a few minutes, Yifeng's cultivation broke through from the 9th level of the Immortal Saint realm to the 9th level of the Immortal Venerable realm. Directly broke through a major realm? You call this a breakthrough a little bit? When Nie Hao, Jiang Yi, Nie Feiyang and others came to their senses from the shock, they all showed an expression of disbelief on their faces. They never thought that Yifeng's breakthrough was actually a huge breakthrough. Dog Lord. Is young Master Yi so crazy every time he breaks through? After recovering from his shock, Nie Feiyang also looked at the little yellow dog beside him and asked. Yes. When the master started practicing in the lower realm, this is how he broke through. It's been almost half a year. Hearing Nie Feiyang's question, the little yellow dog also explained with a lot of memories. Yi Xiao is from the lower realm? He has only been practicing for half a year? In half a year, he directly ascended from the lower realm to the upper realm, and in the upper realm, he practiced to the peak of the 9th level of the Immortal realm? Hearing what the little yellow dog said, everyone was dumbfounded. They really didn't expect that Yifeng was actually from the lower realm, and what they didn't expect was that Yifeng had only been practicing for half a year. At this time, everyone was thinking about one thing in their hearts, that is this really something that people can do? Fuck. That's too discouraging. I thought Master Yi and I were of the same generation, but I've lived for thousands of years. I've been practicing for thousands of years, but I can't catch up with Master Yi's practice for half a year. I've been living like a dog for thousands of years. After learning about this, Nie Hao's mentality collapsed. Brains can't compare. Talents can't compare. He's a big fool and a loser, invincible. Chapter 622 Wearing Wuji Lei Huang shoes, sparks and lightning all the way. A moment later. Everyone. Wuji Lei Huang stone, does anyone know? When everyone ate the extremely delicious barbecue, Yifeng suddenly asked this question. Wuji Lei Huang stone? Isn't it a special cultivation resource that only exists in Wuji Leishan? That thing is definitely a rare treasure for immortals who practice thunder-type magical powers. Hearing Yifeng's words, Jiang Longshan also spoke immediately. I know that Wuji Lei Huang stone is a rare treasure in the eyes of immortals who practice thunder-type magical powers. But what I want to ask is, does this Wuji Lei Huang stone have any other characteristics, do any of you know? After hearing this, Yifeng also explained the questions he wanted to know in detail. Master Yi. The Wuji Lei Huang stone has a characteristic, which is to release the lightning power contained in it. The whole piece of Wuji Lei Huang stone can burst out instantly, like a flash of lightning, and will not stop until the lightning power contained in it is completely exhausted. If I had a piece of Wuji Lei Huang stone, I would really like to find a powerful weapon refiner to make Wuji Lei Huang shoes for me. Then I can really walk with lightning, which is awesome. Peng, just when Jiang Yi was talking excitedly, Jiang Longshan kicked him to the ground and then cursed, Jiang Yi, you spendthrift, that's Wuji Lei Huang stone, do you know how expensive it is? You want to make Wuji Lei Huang shoes? You want to walk with lightning? Why don't I blow you to death? At the end, Jiang Longshan was so angry that he kicked Jiang Yi again. Young master, Yi is a spendthrift, so is there anything wrong with my suggestion? You kick me too? At this time, Jiang Yi, who was lying on the ground, was completely stunned. Young master Jiang. Your suggestion is good. Wearing Wuji Lei Huang shoes, sparks and lightning all the way, you will be the brightest guy wherever you go. Hearing Jiang Yi's proposal, Yi Feng's eyes lit up and he directly approved of the proposal. Such a spendthrift behavior, young master Yi was not angry, but agreed with it? Jiang Longshan, who was standing by, was stunned when he heard what Yi Feng said. He then looked at Jiang Yi, who was lying on the ground beside him and thought to himself, then were my 2 kicks in vain? Father. Young master Yi is a spendthrift. What he wants to hear is suggestions about spending money. And my suggestion is fine, why did you kick me? At this time, Jiang Yi's puzzled voice rang out in Jiang Longshan's mind. I don't know. No one told me that young master Yi is a spendthrift. Hearing Jiang Yi's words, Jiang Longshan also responded with an embarrassed look. Do I need to tell you this? The value of the ginseng brush you just used to apply oil to the fairy beast meat is far more than all the wealth of our Tianhuan beast control pavilion. Father, you don't know the 9-bearded heavenly ginseng spirit, do you? At this point, Jiang Yi suddenly realized something, and then hurriedly looked at Jiang Longshan and asked. What? The value of a broken brush is far more than all the wealth of the Tianhuan beast control pavilion? And this kind of expensive brush, one is thrown away after brushing, Then it's the brush that is thrown away, it's the Tianhuan beast control pavilion. Hearing Jiang Yi's words, Jiang Longshan also showed a look of shock, and then thought to himself, no wonder Nie Feiyang, that bastard, did nothing but squat on the ground to pick up brushes. I have to get a few back, no matter what I say later. On the other side. Disciple. Do you have the Wuji Lei Huang stone? Hearing what you said, I really want to wear a pair of Wuji Lei Huang shoes, to feel it. At this time, Luo Qianxue, who knew Yi Feng very well, also asked, with expectation. Master. You still understand your disciple? I just happen to have a large piece of Wuji Lei Huang stone in my hand, so let Xiaochue come over and make a pair for all of us first. After saying that, Yi Feng said to the system in his heart, System, let Yi Xiaochue come to work. 1 pair per person? Is a large piece of Wuji Lei Huang stone enough to make so many pairs of Wuji Lei Huang shoes? Hearing Yi Feng's words, Nie Hao, Jiang Yi, Nie Feiyang and others also showed doubts, because they had already thought of a large piece as a large volume in their hearts, but they still felt that it might not be enough. However, when Luo Qianxue heard Yi Feng say that there was a large piece, her face changed, and then she quickly reminded, Disciple, this place is too small, let's go to a more open place, otherwise, if you take out that large piece of Wuji Lei Huang stone, the headquarters of Ziji Yusho Pavilion will be gone. Huh? Can a large piece of Wuji Lei Huang stone destroy Ziji Yusho Pavilion? When everyone heard Luo Qianxue's words, they all showed a puzzled look on their faces. Beast Taming City, 100 miles east of the city. Boom! With a loud bang, when a 1,000-meter-high and 500-meter-diameter Wuji Lei Huang stone fell to the ground and was completely revealed in front of everyone, everyone was stunned at this moment. In fact, at this moment, everyone wanted to ask Yi Feng, you call a mountain a big piece? Young Master Yi. Is this what you call a big piece? After recovering from his shock, Nie Hao also looked at Yi Feng with a shocked face and asked. Yes. Isn't this just a big piece? What's wrong? Hearing Nie Hao's question, Yi Feng also pretended to be puzzled and asked back. What's wrong? What else is wrong? Is there something wrong with your understanding of a big piece, or is there something wrong with our understanding of a mountain? Hearing Yifeng's question, Niahao was stunned for a moment. On the other side. Don't call me when you play. Don't call me when you eat meat. Think of me when you work. Why is my life so bitter? At this time, Yi Xiaochui, who was silently making Wuji Lei Huang shoes, was also full of grievances on his face. Jiang Yi. It seems that you are the only one who knows more about this Wuji Lei Huang stone. My Wuji Lei Huang stone is a little bit big. Even if I make a pair of Wuji Lei Huang shoes for everyone, I am afraid that what I use up is only the tip of the iceberg. How do you think I can spend the rest to make it more interesting? Oh, right, we must spend it all before tonight. At this time, Yifeng also found Jiang Yi and asked directly. A little bit bigger? You call such a big Wuji Lei Huang stone a little bit bigger? Hearing what Yifeng said, Jiang Yi's face was instantly covered with black lines. After pondering for a moment, Jiang Yi suddenly had an idea, then looked at Yifeng and said, Young Master Yi, I have thought of a good idea to ruin the family, but we have to go to the Chaos Wasteland. Chapter 623 A Random Task. Are you going to send me away directly? Go to the Chaos Wasteland? Hearing Jiang Yi's words, Yifeng suddenly thought of something, then showed a sly smile and said, Young Master Jiang, I seem to have guessed your idea. Oh. Young Master Yi, you guessed my idea? Why don't you tell me first? Hearing Yifeng's words, Jiang Yi also became interested. He really wanted to see if Yifeng really guessed his idea. Let's first make a batch of Wuji Lei Huang arrows with Wuji Lei Huang stone. Then go to the Chaos Wasteland to rob their bitter tea seeds. Finally, hang their bitter tea seeds on the Wuji Lei Huang arrows, and then let them follow the lightning and run freely in the slightly cool breeze. At this time, Yifeng also said his guess with excitement. Let's just spend money well. Why do we have to rob them of their bitter tea seeds? Why do we have to hang the bitter tea seeds on the Wuji Lei Huang arrows and let them chase? Although they are all vicious and evil, isn't it a bit too fun to do this? Thinking about it, Jiang Yi was directly led astray by Yifeng. Originally, he just wanted to use the Wuji Lei Huang stone to set some traps and let those people take off directly, but after listening to Yifeng's idea, he felt that his idea was simply weak. Mr. Jiang. Am I right? Seeing that Jiang Yi hadn't spoken for a long time, Yifeng also asked. Mr. Yi. You really guessed it right. However, I feel that we can study this gameplay in more detail. Hearing Yifeng's question, Jiang Yi also said with a smirk. Mr. Yi. Brother Jiang. What are you two talking about here? At this time, Niahao also came over, and then asked, curiously. A moment later. Fuck. Is it so crazy? Can I join you? Knowing the preliminary plan of Let the Bitter Tea Fly, Niahao also expressed his desire to join the team with excitement. Star Soul Holy Land, Star Soul Peak. Seeing all this in the void image created by Yi Xiaojiao, Xiong Tianba was immediately anxious. Master Xiaojiao. Please, just take me there. Young Master Yi is having so much fun, I have to go over there and join in the fun. At this moment, Xiong Tianba knelt down directly in front of Yi Xiaojiao, and then pleaded. No. If you leave, I'll be the only one left. Don't look at me as a big and strong man, but I am actually very timid and afraid of the dark. I dare not guard Xinghuan Peak alone in the silent night. Hearing Xiong Tianba's plea, Yi Xiaojiao refused very straightforwardly. Are you timid? Are you afraid of the dark? In the dark, you are the most terrifying existence. Hearing Yi Xiaojiao's shameless words, Xiong Tianba was really shocked, but he still didn't give up, because Yifeng's play was too exciting. Master Xiaojiao. Send me over now, and I will dig one back for you. Do you think this is okay? After thinking for a moment, Xiong Tianba also looked at Yi Xiaojiao and expressed his thoughts. Dig one back? Who the hell is digging back to beat me? I'm just looking for a beating for fun? Hearing this proposal, Yi Xiaojiao looked at Xiong Tianba with a strange look, and then said, "Are you trying to trick them or me?" Wait. Master Xiaojiao, I want to trick them. I really don't mean to trick you. Seeing Yi Xiaojiao, who had broken all the formations and barriers, approaching him with his hands rubbed, Xiong Tianba panicked. He never thought that he would get beaten up for not joining in the fun. Chaos in the wilderness. Young Master Yi. Brother Nye has spread the news that the infinite thunderstone has appeared here. I believe that a large number of immortals will come to snatch it soon. However, there is still one most critical issue at present, which is how can we snatch their bitter tea seeds? After all, there are only 3 of us. When Nye Hao went to spread the news of the Wuji Leihuang stone, Jiang Yi also looked at Yi Feng and asked, "Who said there are only 3 of us? There are millions of people waiting for those vicious immortals around here, but you just can't see them." Hearing Jiang Yi's question, Yi Feng also explained with a smile on his face. What? There are millions of people around here? Young Master Yi arranged 1,000,000 people to prepare to snatch the bitter tea seeds? Jiang Yi's face also showed an extremely shocked expression after hearing this. He really didn't expect that Yi Feng would arrange so many people to come just to snatch some bitter tea seeds. It is no exaggeration to say that if 1,000,000 people snatch together, then it is absolutely a sure thing. Ding. Host, you have almost finished playing in the upper realm. If you get 9 more immortal pills, ascend to the divine realm as soon as possible. At this moment, the system's voice suddenly sounded in Yi Feng's mind. System, what do you mean by this? It hasn't been long since I ascended to the upper realm. Why are you so anxious to let me ascend to the divine realm? After hearing the system's words, Yi Feng also asked with a puzzled look on his face. Ding. Host, the cultivators in the top plains are so poor that they can't even make ends meet. They are just waiting for the host to show off. No, they are just waiting for the host to go and squander money so that they can have a bite of soup. Soon, the system also explained. The cultivators in the top plains are so poor that they can't even make ends meet. What's going on? After hearing this, Yi Feng also showed a touch of surprise on his face, and then hurriedly asked, System, why are they so poor that they can't even make ends meet? Ding. Host, when you ascend to the top plane, I will naturally tell you the reason. In short, as the plane where the host ascends becomes stronger and stronger, those planes will become poorer and poorer accordingly. Hearing Yi Feng's question, the system also gave a simple explanation. The stronger the plane you ascend to, the poorer the plane will be? The system told me before that I am a savior, but a savior who only needs to spend money. Does it mean that I want to enjoy spending money and bring some warmth to those poor people? After hearing the system's explanation, Yi Feng also had a guess in his heart. Ding. Release a random task. Please release 10,000 Wuji Leihuang arrows with bitter tea seeds. If the task is successful, you will be rewarded with a large number of spendthrift points, a very high probability of rewarding a large number of immortal pills, and a chance of triggering special rewards. If the task fails, you will be rewarded with a large number of spendthrift points, and a very low probability of rewarding immortal pills. The task time is 1 day. Just after reminding me, you are ready to send me away with a random task? Chapter 624, Show Yourself, My $1,000,000 Baby. When Yi Feng heard the random task released by the system, the corners of his mouth twitched. He knew the system very well. Therefore, he dared to guarantee that once this random task was completed, the reward of the immortal pill would be at least 9, just enough for him to break through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal god realm. After that, let the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud come out to show his respect, and then he could successfully break through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm, and then directly ascend to the god realm. System. Tell me the truth, once this random task is completed, will you reward me with 9 immortal pills? At this time, Yifeng also asked the system seriously. Ding. Host, although I have a certain degree of intelligence, I can't control the task reward, so I can't answer your question. Haha. I don't believe you. Hearing the system's answer, Yifeng curled his lips, and then complained in his heart. But how poor can those powerful planes be? After complaining, Yifeng also became interested in those extremely poor powerful planes. Master Yi. The news has spread completely. If nothing unexpected happens, the number of people coming to rob this time will probably be more than 100,000. However, even if there are 100,000 Wuji Lei Huang arrows, it may not consume many Wuji Lei Huang stones. Then how many people do we have to trick? When Nie Hao came back, he also looked at Yifeng and asked. Nie Hao. You are too small. I am a spendthrift god, so how can the arrows I make be ordinary arrows? Hearing Nie Hao's words, Yifeng also took out a Wuji Lei Huang arrow with a length of 20 meters and a diameter of 1 meter from the system space with a proud look on his face. You call this an arrow? This is a super crossbow arrow. When Nie Hao and Jiang Yi saw the big guy that Yifeng took out, their eyes almost popped out of their heads. It is no exaggeration to say that compared with the giant super crossbow arrow in front of them, normal arrows are like nothing. What's with your expression? The arrows I asked Xiaochui to make are just a little bit bigger than normal arrows. Are you so surprised? Seeing the shocked faces of the two, Yifeng laughed and said. A little bit bigger? If 2 archers were competing, and the other party hadn't shot yet, you would probably kill him with this thing in your hand. Young Master Yi. If our Wuji Lei Huang arrows are so big, why don't we let those people stand on them and fly with the bitter tea seeds hanging on the arrowheads? After recovering from his shock, Jiang Yi also looked at Yifeng and expressed his thoughts. He stole someone's bitter tea seeds. And let them stand on such a big crossbow arrow and fly with their bitter tea seeds? Is this the legendary people are in pants, people are not in pants? Nie Hao, who was standing aside, was inexplicably shocked when he heard Jiang Yi's suggestion. He really didn't expect that Jiang Yi looked serious, but once he started playing, it was really a lot of fun. An hour later. Here they come. Sensing countless breaths coming from a distance, Yifeng, Nie Hao, and Jiang Yi also looked into the distance. Soon, an endless crowd appeared in their sight. Young Master Yi. They are the first wave of people to come here. From the immortal robes they wear, it is not difficult to see that, in addition to a small number of independent cultivators, at least 20 forces have gathered in the crowd. As the distance got closer, Nie Hao also whispered to Yifeng. It doesn't matter how many forces there are. The main thing is to have enough people. After hearing what Nie Hao said, Yifeng also said with a playful look. The other side, when more than 100,000 people stopped 10 meters away, everyone's eyes were attracted by the 5-meter-high Wuji Lei Huang stone in front of Yifeng and the others. They never thought that there was not only a Wuji Lei Huang stone here, but also such a large piece. And they also knew very well the value of such a large piece of Wuji Lei Huang stone, so at this moment, everyone's eyes showed endless greed. I don't want to talk nonsense with you 3 ants. If you don't want to die, then you hurry up and get out of here. Otherwise, you will really die here. At this time an old man with a strong aura stepped forward and stared at Yifeng and the other two coldly. I'll get out of here? Sorry, you should fly away. At this point, Yifeng showed a hint of playfulness, and then shouted directly, show yourself, my $1 million baby. Swish. As Yifeng's voice fell, bursts of dazzling golden light continued to appear from all around, and finally surrounded everyone directly. Fuck. It's the Golden Legend. Seeing the dense golden armor army around them, more than 100,000 immortals were directly shocked. They never thought that the golden legend, who had been rampant in the chaotic wasteland and madly snatched the bitter tea seeds, would no longer snatch directly, but play a trick. Golden legend. Young Master Yi said that there were millions of people ambushing around, but it turned out to be the golden legend. Nie Hao and Jiang Yi on the side were all stunned when they saw the golden army around them. They never thought that the person behind the golden legend that shocked the entire upper world some time ago would be Yi Feng. Yi. Take this fairy ring. You know what to do next. At this time, Yi Feng also handed the fairy ring with the Wuji Lei Huang arrow to Yi, and then took out the rocking chair to rest. Everyone listen to me. Today we are not here to rob Kuchatsi, but to give you benefits. So, don't be nervous, don't be afraid, just enjoy the next flight trip. After getting the fairy ring, Yi also shouted to everyone with a smile on his face. Hearing Yi's words, although everyone was a little puzzled, many people still breathed a sigh of relief. They believed that there was no reason for the existence of the level of the golden legend to deceive them. A moment later. Fuck. I was so stupid to believe what the other person said just now. I am really stupid. This is not a benefit at all. This is to send me and Kuchatsi to the west together. At this time, a fair-skinned young man stood on the super crossbow flashing with lightning and flew at high speed, and he also shouted with a collapsed expression. Behind him, more than 100,000 lightning bolts were also trying to catch up with him. On the other side, today's wasteful products have been wasted. The random task is also completed. Next, it depends on whether the system will send me away directly. At this time, seeing more than 100,000 lightning bolts in the air shooting towards the distance at an extremely terrifying speed, Yi Feng also began to wait for the system's reward. Chapter 625 A mere heavenly calamity cloud, isn't it destroyed if you want to? Ding. Congratulations to the host for completing today's wasteful products. Reward 1000 wasteful points. Reward Ascension Pill *40. Ding. Congratulations to the host for completing the random task. Reward 30 million wasteful points. Reward Ascension Pill *50. Trigger Special Reward Super Immortal Pill *1 billion. Super Immortal Pill. No matter whether it is a fairy or a fairy beast, after taking it, you can absorb the pure fairy power contained in the pill for cultivation, and the cultivation speed can be increased by 100 times. I lack 9 Ascension Pills, but I was rewarded with 90 directly? Is this because he's afraid that I'll feed it to the dog, or is he afraid that I'll accidentally drop it on the ground and throw it away, thus not being able to directly reach the 9th level of the Immortal God Realm? After hearing the 2 reward prompts from the system, Yi Feng was completely furious, and then he cursed in his heart. It's okay to reward me with 90 immortal pills, but they also rewarded me with 1 billion super immortal pills. This solved all my worries at once. Master Yi. What happened? You look unhappy now. At this time, noticing Yi Feng's abnormality, Nie Hao also came over, and then asked with concern. Master Nie. I'm going to break through again. This time, I may break through directly to the peak of the 9th level of the Immortal Tribulation Realm. But to be honest, I'm too lazy to break through, because I'm not ready to ascend to the God Realm. Hearing Nie Hao's question, Yi Feng also expressed his troubles. Break through again? And break through directly to the peak of the 9th level of the Immortal Tribulation Realm? In the face of such a good thing, you say you're too lazy to break through, you say you're not ready to ascend to the God Realm? Are you talking human language? Hearing Yi Feng's troubles, Nie Hao looked at Yi Feng with a look that made him want to kill him. Over the past thousands of years, he had seen people pretending to be cool, but he had never seen anyone pretending to be cool like this. Young Master Yi. Stop teasing Nie Hao. If you said you were going to break through to the 9th peak of the Immortal God Realm, I might still believe it. But you said you were going to break through to the 9th peak of the Immortal Tribulation Realm directly. To be honest, I really don't believe it. After all, you have to withstand 9 heavenly Tao thunder tribulations. Even if you are a spendthrift, can you buy off the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud? At this time, Jiangyi also came over and said with a smile. Buy off the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud? Is it worthy of it? If I don't chase it and chop it, it's already giving it face. Hearing Jiangyi's last joke, Yifeng answered seriously. Not chasing after the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud and chopping it, it's already giving it face? What do you think the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud is, and you're still chasing and chopping it? Even if you are a spendthrift, you can't just brag about it. Seeing Yifeng's serious look, Niehao and Jiangyi also shook their heads helplessly. They admitted that Yifeng was terrifying and awesome, but they couldn't be so arrogant as to ignore the will of heaven. Boom. 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 Without caring whether Niehao and Jiangyi believed it, Yifeng took out 9 immortality pills and ate them. Then, a breath of breakthrough continued to burst out from his body. Hey! We rely on talent, hard work, and opportunity to practice. Even when we are at a low level, we dare not say that we can break through a small realm in a few months. But when it comes to Yi Shao, no matter what realm, it's just a burst of bangs. Who can withstand this? Seeing Yifeng, who was breaking through madly not far away, Jiangyi also said with deep powerlessness. Yes. Since I met Master Yi, I have never seen him practice once. He is either squandering money or on the way to squandering money. When he is tired, he takes a nap, but his breakthrough is just like eating and drinking water. It is really annoying to compare yourself with others. Hearing Jiangyi's feelings, Niehao also said in agreement. A moment later. It is finally over. I didn't expect that Master Yi could break through from the 9th peak of the immortal saint realm to the 9th peak of the immortal god realm in one day. This kind of thing is impossible even in the ancient times. Should I say it or not, Master Yi is really an extremely mysterious and terrifying squandering god. When Yifeng finally stopped, Jiangyi also breathed a sigh of relief, and then said with envy. Boom. At this moment, a terrifying aura that suppressed the world came crashing down. Fuck. It's the heavenly tribulation cloud. After Yi Shao broke through to the 9th peak of the immortal god realm, instead of consolidating his cultivation, he directly brought out the first heavenly tribulation cloud. Is he crazy? Feeling the suffocating pressure of heaven and earth, and looking at the heavenly tribulation cloud that was gradually condensing in the air, Niehao and Jiangyi were so scared that they almost peed. They never thought that Yifeng would be so crazy. Destruction God Eye. Just when the heavenly tribulation cloud had just condensed, Yifeng directly used the destruction God Eye and instantly wiped out the heavenly tribulation cloud in the air. With just one look, he directly destroyed the heavenly tribulation cloud that had condensed. Is this really something a human can do? Seeing this scene, Niehao and Jiangyi were shocked. In their cognition, the heavenly tribulation cloud was the embodiment of the will of heaven, which was an invincible existence. But now, their cognition was hit by a fierce shock that they had never experienced before. Young Master Yi. That is the heavenly tribulation cloud. You just destroyed it with a look. When Jiangyi recovered, he looked at Yifeng with an unbelievable look and asked. Yes. It's just a heavenly tribulation cloud, can't you destroy it if you want? Hearing Jiangyi's question, Yifeng shrugged his shoulders and responded calmly. Young Master Yi. But the heavenly tribulation cloud hasn't dropped the heavenly tribulation yet. If you destroy it now, how can you break through to the immortal tribulation realm? At this time, Niehao asked a very critical question. Can't it be drawn out again? Hearing Niehao's words, Yifeng was also stunned, and then asked with a puzzled look on his face. It's definitely not possible. Although no one has ever destroyed the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud. But in the past, many immortals found themselves unable to resist the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation when they were resisting it, and finally they could only use some special methods to save their lives, but afterwards, they could no longer draw out the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud, and could only stay in that realm. Hearing Yifeng's question, Niahao also told what he knew. So, I killed it too early? After listening to Niahao's words, Yifeng also frowned and said this. Killed too early? Did the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud steal your wife or touch your brother? Why do you have to kill it? After hearing what Yifeng said, Niahao and Jiang Yi on the side were instantly covered with black lines on their faces. They never thought that Yifeng was so persistent in killing the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud. Chapter 626, How can I be more interesting in the God realm? Ding. Host, you idiot, I can't play like this. At this moment, the voice of the system suddenly rang out from Yifeng's mind. System. I destroyed the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud just to show off in front of the two of them. I really didn't know about this situation. You have to believe me. Hearing the system's complaints, Yifeng also explained. Seeing that the system had no response for a long time, Yifeng sighed helplessly, and then muttered to himself, Why don't you believe me? Ding. Remind the host that a solution has been found. You can use the first level of heavenly tribulation cloud brought out by other immortals or immortal beasts to withstand the heavenly thunder tribulation and successfully break through to the immortal tribulation realm. At this moment, the voice of the system rang out from Yifeng's mind. Use the first level of heavenly tribulation cloud brought out by others to withstand the heavenly thunder tribulation? After hearing the solution given by the system, Yifeng looked directly at Niahao and Jiang Yi and asked, What do you think, if someone else brings out the first level of heavenly tribulation cloud, and then I walk into the coverage of the heavenly tribulation cloud, can I withstand the heavenly thunder tribulation again? Stare. Hearing Yifeng's extremely crazy idea, Niahao and Jiang Yi's faces changed, and then Niahao hurriedly reminded, Young Master Yi, that's very dangerous. If you break in without permission when others are going through the heavenly thunder tribulation, the power of the heavenly thunder tribulation you too will be doubled. So. You mean, if the heavenly thunder tribulation cloud dares to increase its power by twice, I will do it again to make it remember? Hearing Niahao's reminder, Yifeng also asked seriously. Is that what I mean? Hearing Yifeng's words, Niahao was completely dumbfounded. He really didn't expect that his words could be understood in this way. Young Master Yi. If you really do that, although you feel good, you will pit others. We are all serious people, we can't do that. At this time, Jiang Yi on the side also persuaded him. He was really afraid that if Yifeng destroyed the heavenly tribulation cloud a few more times, he would have the illusion that he could do it too. What? Why did Master Yi hand me a fairy ring? Seeing Yifeng suddenly handing him a fairy ring, Jiang Yi also showed a confused look. Master Jiang. I think you are right. We are all serious people, we can't cheat others, so whether I can break through to the immortal tribulation realm depends on you. There are 1 million super fairy pills in this fairy ring. Taking one can increase your cultivation speed by 100 times. However, you need to try it yourself to know how long it can last. When you cultivate to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal God realm, it will be the day when I fight the heavenly tribulation cloud again. At the end, Yifeng's face also showed an extremely excited look. Star Soul Holy Land. Too scary. Compared to young Master Yi's Holy Land, the purple extreme beast taming pavilion is nothing but a beggar. After walking out of the maze, when Niahao saw the countless rare immortal herbs, immortal minerals and other cultivation resources everywhere in the Holy Land, he was so shocked that he was speechless. Another gatekeeper has come. Before Jiang Yi could exclaim, Fong Feng and Tian Ma Laozu, both ancient immortals, came over. They planned to get to know Jiang Yi first. In their eyes, Jiang Yi was already a friend who would watch the gate together in the future. Hey! Although I am an ancient immortal beast and they are ancient immortals, why should I be the only beast to suffer? Can't young master Yi bring back an ancient immortal who can join the loser sect, and then let these two bastards suffer too? Thinking of how Fang Feng and Tianma Laozu had used the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion and the black-bladed white jade sculpture who had joined the loser sect to laugh at him, the swift-winged red thunder leopard also muttered to himself with a bitter smile on his face. The aura of these two people. Yes, they are definitely ancient immortals. I didn't expect that what Yi Xiao said before was true. An ancient immortal like me is really only qualified to be a gatekeeper in this holy land. After sensing the aura of Fang Feng and Tianma Laozu, Jiang Yi also thought to himself. You too. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid I can't accompany you to guard the gate. Yi Xiao said that he would take me back to Xinghuan Peak. At this time, Jiang Yi also looked at the two people with a smile and said. Take you back to Xinghuan Peak? We are all ancient immortals. Why can we guard the gate and you can join Xinghuan Peak? What's the matter? Do you have more guns than us? Hearing Jiang Yi's words, Fang Feng and the old demon were stunned. They had never thought that the situation of the swift red thunder leopard would happen to them. A moment later, Xinghuan Peak. Ding! Congratulations to the host for completing the random task. Reward 10 million spendthrift points. Reward Heavenly God Order Fragments *3. Heavenly God Order Fragments. Collect 10 Heavenly God Order Fragments. You can have a complete Heavenly God Order. With the Heavenly God Order, you can go to the God Realm for 3 days and 3 nights. Heavenly God Order that can go to the God Realm? The system has really taken great pains to make me ascend to the God Realm as soon as possible. Yi Feng had never thought that the random task of bringing back 2 normal spendthrift disciples would actually reward such a thing, and he knew very well that once he went to the God Realm to play for a while, he would definitely lose interest in the upper realm, and thus would find a way to ascend as soon as possible. System. Tell me, if I collect 10 fragments of the Heavenly God Order and exchange them for a complete Heavenly God Order, but I don't activate it in the end, will you be angry? At this time, Yi Feng suddenly thought of something interesting, and then asked the system directly. Ding. Host, do you think there is a possibility that after the Heavenly God Order fragments reach 10, they will automatically exchange for a complete Heavenly God Order, and the Heavenly God Order will also activate itself? As Yi Feng's voice fell, the system's playful voice sounded in his mind. System, you old fool, you don't play by the rules this time. After learning about this situation, Yi Feng was stunned at first, and then a sly smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. You have a plan, but I have a ladder. If I am really teleported to the God Realm, then I will hide for a while. As long as I hide well, I will not be obsessed with the God Realm. Then I can continue to play in the upper realm for a while. But how can I hide in the God Realm to make it more interesting? Pretend to be a hermit and live in seclusion in the mountains? Join a sect, casually, and be the strongest sweeping monk? Find a broken mountain, create a sect, don't accept disciples, just raise some pets, and play as a leisurely sect master? Thinking about it, Yi Feng suddenly had the urge to hurry to the God Realm to hide for a while. Chapter 627 Eat, sleep, and watch others kick their feet. The other side. Brother Xiong. Are there only 3 of us in Xinghuan Peak? When Yi Feng was still thinking about how to go to the God Realm, Jiang Yi looked at Xiong Tianba and asked. Of course not. As far as I know, there are quite a few people in Xinghuan Peak. But, they were all kidnapped. Hearing Jiang Yi's question, Xiong Tianba told him what he knew. What? They were all kidnapped? This is young Master Ye's territory, and there are people who dare to steal young Master Ye's people? Jiang Yi's face was full of disbelief after hearing this. He could hardly imagine who dared to steal Yifeng's people. It's young Master Ye's direct disciple. Moreover, according to the information I got, Master Yi has 2 direct disciples. As a result, these 2 direct disciples kidnapped people from Xinghuan Peak one after another. So, if nothing unexpected happens, when Master Yi receives the 3rd direct disciple, we will be kidnapped. Seeing Jiang Yi's surprised look, Xiong Tianba also laughed and said, "Brother Xiong. Brother Jiang. Don't talk about kidnapping for now. The way the 3 adults on the opposite side look at us makes me feel that something is wrong." Just when Jiang Yi and Xiong Tianba were chatting happily, Nie Hao on the side reminded them with an uneasy look. Opposite side. In the next few days, we won't be too bored with these 3 little guys playing with us. But how should we play? At this time, staring at Xiong Tianba, Nie Hao, and Jiang Yi on the opposite side, Yi Xiaobai also looked at the 2 and asked, "Brother He. Brother Bai. Since this is the outside world, we should change our habits of eating, sleeping, and kicking our feet every day. Why don't we each choose one of them and guide them in their practice? Then, let them compete against each other every day. Whoever loses, the other 2 will beat him up. What do you think of this game?" Hearing Yi Xiaobai's question, Yi Xiaojiao directly proposed an idea. "Not so good. I could beat you 2 up every day. But if this is the case, if the person I coach loses, you 2 can beat me up for nothing, and if the person I coach wins, I don't get any benefit, so I'm at a loss, right?" Hearing Yi Xiaojiao's proposal, Yi Xiaohei raised an objection with an unhappy look. "That's right. I think Brother He is right. Although this game is also a little good for me, Xiaojiao, you are the biggest beneficiary. This is unfair." Then, Yi Xiaobai also raised an objection. "Fair? One of you is ranked 3rd and the other is ranked 5th, and you are talking about fairness with a weak chicken like me? Wait a minute. You don't have confidence in yourself, and you are afraid of losing to a weak person like me in coaching." Seeing that both of them raised objections, Yi Xiaojiao also used the method of provoking them directly. The method of provoking them was used? If you agree, you will get a big advantage. If you disagree, it's as if we are really afraid of losing to you. Why are you so stupid?" Hearing what Yi Xiaojiao said, Yi Xiaohei and Yi Xiaobai's faces turned ugly. They really didn't expect that Yi Xiaojiao could be so shameless. Ridiculous. Would I be afraid of losing to you? In terms of my own strength, I can crush you, so the little trash I coach can also crush the little trash you coach. I'm going to play this game. After a moment of silence, Yi Xiaohei agreed directly, but he thought to himself, I must not lose, not even one game, otherwise, if I get beaten up by a weakling like Xiaojiao, I will be so embarrassed. So, I can only train the chosen little cutie like hell. Since Brother He has agreed, I agree too. At this time, Yi Xiaobai also said his decision, and thought to himself, I must not lose to Xiaojiao, and I must win against Brother He at all costs. After all, if I miss this opportunity, I may not have the chance to beat Brother He. So for the chosen little cutie, I have to train him like crazy. Done. Brother He and Brother Bai both agreed. This opportunity is hard one. I'm afraid that it will be useless to use provocation next time, so I must win. Thinking of this, Yi Xiaojiao also looked at Xiong Tianba, Nie Hao, and Jiang Yi not far away, and then murmured to himself, although the following guidance and training will be a little scary, it will be of great benefit to them. After all, we are playing, but their strength will be really crazy. Brother Nya. Don't be afraid, in the eyes of those 3 adults, we are not even ants, they won't do anything to us. Hearing Nie Hao's words, especially seeing Nie Hao's worried look, Xiong Tianba also laughed and comforted him. Really? Then I'm relieved. At this point, Nie Hao suddenly thought of something, then looked at Xiong Tianba and asked, Brother Xiong, what do we need to do here every day? Eat. Sleep. Watching others kick their feet. Hearing Nie Hao's question, Xiong Tianba also answered with a smirk. Anyway, I'm very idle. The kind of idleness that makes you fart. If you want to practice, just pick up some practice resources in the Holy Land and practice directly. If you don't want to practice, just go around. Seeing that Nie Hao and Jiang Yi didn't quite understand what he said, Xiong Tianba also explained in detail. So good? Then the days in the future will be so comfortable. Hearing Xiong Tianba's explanation, Nie Hao and Jiang Yi also began to imagine the beautiful life of cultivating immortals in the future. On the other side. System. Hurry up and release a few random tasks that can reward fragments of the heavenly God order. After pondering for a long time, Yi Feng still couldn't make a choice. He simply prepared to get a complete heavenly God order first, and then go to the God realm to wander around, so as to determine how he would survive. Ding. Host, since you want to go to the God realm so much, why don't you try to break through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm as soon as possible? After hearing Yi Feng's words, the system also asked. That won't work. I haven't had enough fun in the upper realm yet. Since I had this heavenly God order, I can travel in the upper realm. When I get tired of traveling, I can go to the God realm for a while. When I get tired of living, I can come back to travel again. That way, my life will be colorful. After hearing the system's inquiry, Yi Feng said his thoughts with a proud look on his face. Chapter 628. Those three adults seem to be really a little bit wrong. Ding. Release a random task. Please find an immortal or immortal beast with the 9th peak cultivation of the immortal God realm, and then help the other party to bear the first heavenly thunder tribulation together, so as to successfully break through to the first level of the immortal tribulation realm. If the task is successful, a large number of waste points will be awarded, and there is a very high probability of rewarding a large number of heavenly God order fragments. If the task fails, a large number of waste points will be awarded, and a small number of heavenly God order fragments will be awarded with a very low probability. The task time is 7 days. After hearing Yi Feng's idea, the system directly released a random task that can obtain heavenly God order fragments. When did the system become so stupid? Hearing the random tasks released by the system, Yi Feng was really shocked. He really didn't expect that the system would play such a trick. If I hadn't suddenly had the idea of wanting to hide. I'm not in a hurry to go to the God realm. However, even if the system releases random tasks that reward fragments of the heavenly God order only after improving the realm of cultivation, I will not panic. After all, even if I break through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm, it is my own decision whether to ascend to the God realm. Thinking of this, Yi Feng walked directly towards his residence. He planned to have a good rest for the night and go out to complete the random tasks early tomorrow morning. Huh? Is young Master Yi just leaving like this? Seeing Yi Feng leaving, Nie Hao also looked at Xiong Tianba and asked. What else? Just now young Master Yi handed you two to me, so naturally I will take care of you. So, in the future, if you have any questions in the Holy Land, just ask me, and don't bother young Master Yi if you have nothing to do. After all, young Master Yi is a busy man and will not stay in the Holy Land forever. Hearing Nie Hao's question, Xiong Tianba also smiled and explained. Hey! You two stop chatting. Those three adults seem to be really a little bit wrong. At this moment, Jiang Yi's uneasy voice sounded from the side. After hearing this, Xiong Tianba and Nie Hao also looked at Yi Xiaohe, Yi Xiaobai, and Yi Xiaojiao who were standing opposite them. When they found that the three adults were walking towards them with playful expressions, they also panicked. The next day, early morning. Xiong Tianba. Nie Hao. Jiang Yi. I'm going out to do something. You three have to guard Xinghuan Peak for me. Do you hear me? When Yifeng came to the golden hut, he looked at the three people not far away and shouted. Then he was ready to activate a random space portal and then go to find an immortal or immortal beast with the ninth peak of the immortal god realm. Young Master Yi. Please, if you want to leave, take me with you. Let the two of them guard Xinghuan Peak here. The three people who had suffered a night of hellish devil training rushed towards him after hearing that Yifeng was leaving. What's going on? Why do you want me to take you with you? Seeing that the three people hugged his thighs with snot and tears, Yifeng also showed a confused look. My lord. The three of us were idle, so we each selected one person and gave them one-on-one intimate training guidance. This is a great opportunity for them. However, they don't seem to understand our good intentions. Just when Yifeng was confused, Yi Xiaohei appeared here, and then looked at Yifeng respectfully and explained. Last night, he said that he wanted me to feel the call of blood, but he bled me directly, turned me into a dried human, and then poured the blood back into my body. Such crazy behavior tortured me back and forth for a whole night. And Brother Nya said that he wanted him to experience the charm of the formation, but he ended up shooting at the air in the psychedelic formation all night. Fortunately, his fairy robe was strong. The worst was Brother Xiong. His feet were broken into pieces, including a long sword, a spear, and a long knife. After one night, his feet were covered with holes. Although he would be healed immediately, the pain he endured was real. This night can be said to be a nightmare that we will never get rid of in our lives. As a result, you said this was a caring training guide? You still don't understand your good intentions? Jiang Yi was stunned after hearing Yi Xiaohei's explanation, and Nya Hao and Xiong Tianba, who were standing by, also showed a stunned expression. So that's how it is. They are going to become disciples of the prodigal family in the future. Since you are idle anyway, it would be a good thing to help them improve their own strength. Then during the time I am away, the three of them will be handed over to you. You must seriously guide them in their training. After that, Yifeng activated a random space portal, and then walked in with the three people's reluctant eyes. It's over. Master Yi is gone too. Won't these three demons become even crazier? Thinking of this, despair flashed in the eyes of the three. You really don't know how to appreciate your blessings. Although the three of us are here for fun, we are extremely serious about guiding you in your cultivation. Even if you are all prodigal disciples, you will definitely be stronger than most prodigal disciples in the future. When you enjoy the benefits brought by this advantage, you will thank us for everything we have done for you. Seeing the desperate eyes of the three people, Yi Xiaohei shook his head helplessly, and then muttered to himself. The second fairyland, Jinxi City. I didn't expect that I was randomly teleported to a town. I just don't know if there are immortals with the ninth peak of the fairy god realm in this town. Thinking of this, Yifeng also wandered around in the prosperous town, and also checked the prodigal products, refreshed today. Today's prodigal product, Black Jade Falling Sky Stone * 100,000, 100,000. Black Jade Falling Sky Stone, a rare and special fairy ore in the battlefield of the Heavenly Way in the Upper Realm, which can absorb the power of the Heavenly Way Thunder Tribulation. Is this an upgraded version of the Golden Silkworm Star Shine Stone? After learning about the situation of the waste product, Yifeng was stunned at first, then he grinned and said to himself, I have figured out how to waste these 100,000 pieces of black jade falling stones. System, use the opportunity of peeping into the secrets of heaven to check if there are any immortals with the 9th level of the immortal realm in this town, and if so, where are they? Then, Yifeng directly gave the system an order. Ding. Consume 1 chance to spy on the secrets of heaven. There are a total of 37 immortals with the 9th peak of the immortal realm in Jinxi City, where the host is located. As the system sounded, a small map that only Yifeng could see appeared in front of him, and on the small map, there was a green dot and 37 red dots. Choose randomly. Yifeng closed his eyes and turned around 3 times, then put his finger directly on the small map, then opened his eyes, looked at the red, closest to his finger and smiled. It's you. On the other side. Outside a restaurant, a middle-aged man in shabby clothes leaned against the wall and drank a big sip of strong liquor, but his right eyelid twitched violently a few times, which made him frown and mutter to himself, "What's going on? Why do I feel that something bad is going to happen?" Chapter 629 Yi Xiao, if I don't help with this little favor, then am I still a human being? A moment later. He's actually a beggar? Is he experiencing life and tempering his mind like the 5 great ancestors? Should I give him some? When Yifeng came here according to the route on the small map, he looked at the middle-aged man in tattered clothes in front of him and began to think. There's something wrong with the way this kid looks at me. He is not thinking of me as a beggar and is going to give me some money, right? If he really gives it, should I take it or not? If I take it, I can't afford to lose face. If I don't, wouldn't it be a waste of his kindness? Looking at the strange young man in front of him, Song Heshan began to imagine all kinds of things, and then lowered his head to think. This old man. It's not fun to drink without food. How about I treat you to a drink in the restaurant? After thinking for a moment, Yifeng looked at the beggar in front of him and asked. Master. I'm not short of money. But if you really give it, I will accept it reluctantly, but I, Song Heshan, will remember this favor. Halfway through his words, Song Heshan reacted suddenly, and his face showed an extremely embarrassed look. He didn't expect that Yifeng didn't think of him as a beggar and wanted to give him some money, but wanted to treat him to a drink in the restaurant. It's over. This is so embarrassing. Seeing Yifeng looking at him in astonishment, Song Heshan wanted to find a hole in the ground to crawl into. Ha ha ha. Brother, you really like to joke. Let's go, how about we go to the restaurant to drink and chat? Seeing Song Heshan's embarrassed look, Yifeng invited him again to ease the awkward atmosphere at the moment, and thought to himself, this guy is also quite shameless. A moment later. In the guest room of the restaurant. Young Master Yi. Do you have something to ask me? After 3 rounds of drinking, Song Heshan looked at Yifeng and asked him. He didn't believe that the other party would ask him to drink for no reason. Brother Song. I really have a little thing I want to ask you to help me with. Hearing Song Heshan's question, Yifeng also admitted it very straightforwardly. Go ahead. What little thing do you need my help with? If I can help, I will definitely help you. Drinking people are short-speaking, and it's just a small matter. Song Heshan directly patted his chest and agreed. Brother Song. Then I won't hide my strength. In fact, my cultivation has reached the peak of the 9th level of the immortal god realm, but when I let out the 1st level of the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud, there was a little accident, which caused me to fail to break through the immortal tribulation realm, so I want you to lead out the 1st level of the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud, and then the 2 of us will fight the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation together. Seeing that Song Heshan agreed, Yifeng also showed a smile, and then said the little thing that needed the other party's help. You call such a big thing a small matter? Don't you know that if 2 people fight it, the power of the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation will double? I am not even sure about the normal 1st level of heavenly Tao thunder tribulation, and you still want me to fight the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation with double the power? You want to send me away directly. Hearing Yifeng's little thing, Song Heshan's eyes almost popped out of his head. He never thought that drinking wine would almost make him drink himself to death. After a long breath, Song Heshan looked at Yifeng and said seriously, Young Master Yi, if this is the case, I'm afraid I can't help you. Bang! At this time, Yifeng directly slapped a fairy ring on the table, and then said with regret, that's a pity. I originally wanted to use the things in this fairy ring to help us survive the heavenly thunder tribulation. Since you can't help me, I can only find someone else. Find someone else? For such a suicidal thing, no one can help you. Although he thought so, Song Heshan still had a little curiosity about the things in the fairy ring that Yifeng took out, and then directly released his spiritual sense to check the situation in the fairy ring. He really wanted to know what Yifeng wanted to use to help the two of them resist the terrifying heavenly thunder tribulation. Fuck. It's black jade falling stones. Densely packed black jade falling stones. When Song Heshan saw the 100,000 black jade falling stones neatly arranged in the fairy ring, he stood up from his seat in shock, his eyes filled with disbelief. For tens of thousands of years, he has experienced countless life and death dangers in the battlefield of the heavenly Tao, plus his personal luck. The large and small black jade falling stones accumulated, pieced together, are equivalent to the 6 complete black jade falling stones in the fairy ring. And in this fairy ring, there are as many as 100,000 black jade falling stones, which makes him feel shocked and unbelievable. 100,000 black jade falling stones. And each one is 1 meter in size. If this builds a small house, wouldn't it be a drink to withstand the thunder tribulation of the heavenly Tao? Thinking of this situation, Song Heshan's breathing became rapid. Brother Song. If there is nothing else, I will leave first. No matter what, I have to find someone who can help me today. Seeing Song Heshan standing up in shock, Yifeng also showed a sly smile on his face, and then pretended to regret and prepared to take the fairy ring and leave. Wait a minute. Seeing Yifeng about to leave, Song Heshan got anxious and shouted. Mr. Yi. We hit it off right away today. Besides, you treated me to a nice drink. If I don't help you with such a small favor, am I still a human being? So, you don't have to look for anyone else. I'll help you with this. Then, Song Heshan looked at Yifeng seriously and expressed his attitude. Big thick legs. These are the big thick legs God gave me. No matter what, I have to hold on to this big thick leg. With the 100,000 pieces of black jade falling stones, let alone the first heavenly thunder tribulation, even if I can resist 9 heavenly thunder tribulations in one go, it's not a big deal. Thinking that he could easily break through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm, Song Heshan was so excited that he almost cried. At the same time, he secretly said in his heart, if the eldest brother and the second brother suddenly found out that I had broken through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm, they would be scared. Really? That's great. Without further delay, let's leave the town now and find a secluded place to start overcoming the thunder tribulation. After hearing this, Yifeng also suggested with a happy face. Okay. Young Master Yi, I'll listen to you. Then let's set off now and find a place where no one is and start overcoming the thunder tribulation. Hearing Yifeng's proposal, Song Heshan directly put his identity in the position of a younger brother, and then said in a voice full of obedience. Chapter 630, I can bear to build a huge coffin, but it has no cover. A moment later. 300 miles north of Jinsei City. Young Master Yi. This wilderness is a good place to pass the tribulation. Why not? Let's do it here. Looking around, Song Heshan looked at Yifeng and proposed this idea. Okay. Then let's do it. Next, let's use the 100,000 pieces of black jade falling sky stones to build 2 things suitable for resisting thunder tribulation. Just follow me to build it. After saying that, Yifeng took out the 100,000 pieces of black jade falling sky stones in the fairy ring, and then divided them into 2 equal parts, and then started to get busy. What is Yi Shao going to build with these black jade falling stones to resist the heavenly thunder tribulation? After listening to Yifeng's words, Song Heshan also showed an extremely expectant look on his face. What are you doing? What does it mean to start digging a hole with a black jade falling stone? However, when Song Heshan saw Yi Feng holding a black jade falling stone and digging a hole on the ground, he was stunned. A few minutes later. Third brother. Your second brother and I are almost exhausted every day to help you find elixirs, formations, weapons, and other cultivation resources for the heavenly thunder tribulation. As a result, when we went home, we saw that you ran away again. Tell me, where did you go to drink again? Song Heshan, who was busy digging a hole, found that the sound transmission stone in his arms had reacted, so he immediately released his consciousness to activate the sound transmission stone, and then a voice full of anger sounded from his mind. Brother. Let's talk later. I'm busy digging a hole. After saying that, Song Heshan directly cut off the connection of the sound transmission stone, and then continued to dig a big hole like Yi Feng beside him, and said in shock, "What on earth is Yi Xiao going to do? This hole is a bit big." On the other side. In a quiet valley. Brother. What did the third brother say? Seeing Song Hehai put away the sound transmission stone, Song Hechuan beside him also asked hurriedly. Stop talking. The third brother is almost mad at me. It's fine if he drinks all day, but now he's addicted to digging holes. Can't he have a normal hobby? Hearing Song Hechuan's question, Song Hehai also said with a black face. No more drinking? Digging holes instead? Hearing this, Song Hechuan was stunned, and then thought to himself, the third brother's way is getting wilder and wilder. Big brother. How about I contact him again? Seeing Song Hehai nodded, Song Hechuan walked aside, then took out the sound transmission stone and contacted Song Heshan again. Second brother. I'm busy with business now. Can you please stop disturbing me? I tell you, I can survive the thunder tribulation by digging a hole, building a house, and drinking a little wine, so don't disturb me first. Seeing that his second brother contacted him with the sound transmission stone again, Song Heshan explained helplessly and cut off the connection of the sound transmission stone again. In the quiet valley. Brother. It's bad. Something bad has happened. Third brother is not drunk, but he is drunk. He actually wants to dig a hole, build a mud house, and then directly resist the heavenly thunder tribulation. Looking at the unresponsive sound transmission stone, Song Hechuan also shouted at Song Hehai with an anxious face. What? Can't this drunkard let us be more careful? After learning about this, Song Hehai was really pissed off. He then quickly took out a designated space portal and said, let's go find him quickly using his sound transmission stone. If we go too late, we'll probably have to collect the body of that tiger. What are you doing? You dug for a long time, then spread 50,000 pieces of black jade sky-falling stones in the pit, and ended up with a super large coffin? It doesn't even have a lid? Standing in the air, when Song Heshan looked at the two huge black coffins below, he was completely stunned. He never thought that he was busy for a long time, and he was actually building a coffin for himself. Huh. After a long breath, Song Heshan asked Yi Feng, who was standing below, young Master Yi, although this coffin is a little unlucky, did we forget to build a coffin lid? Coffin? You call the swimming pool I built a coffin? You still need a coffin lid? Hearing Song Heshan's words, Yi Feng's face was instantly covered with black lines, and then he soared into the sky and flew directly towards Song Heshan. Fuck. What the hell is this? I just dug it casually, how can it really be the same as a coffin? When Yi Feng stood in the air and looked down, he was stunned. Brother Song. I want to say that I dug a swimming pool, do you believe it? After being confused, Yi Feng asked Song Heshan with a wry smile. Swimming pool? You call this a swimming pool? Wait. At this moment, Song Heshan reacted suddenly, and then looked directly at Yi Feng and asked, Young Master Yi, do you want to resist the heavenly thunder tribulation in the swimming pool? Yes. Swimming while resisting the heavenly thunder tribulation, isn't that a very pleasant thing? Hearing Song Heshan's question, Yifeng nodded very affirmatively. Crazy. Hearing Yifeng's answer, Song Heshan was really going crazy. With 100,000 pieces of black jade falling sky stones that can absorb the power of the heavenly thunder tribulation, he could easily withstand the heavenly thunder tribulation by building a hut, but he never thought that Yifeng actually built a swimming pool, and it was an open-air one. Is this something a normal person can do? Young Master Yi. This black jade falling sky stone can absorb the heavenly thunder tribulation. Building a swimming pool cannot reflect its value at all. Doing so is simply a waste of money. After all, building a swimming pool can be covered with any fairy ore. There is no need to waste this extremely precious black jade falling sky stone. After a moment of silence, Song Heshan looked at Yifeng and persuaded him. I just want to spend money. Didn't I tell you that I am a spendthrift? Okay, let's not waste time. You hurry up and lead out the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud. I'll go down and connect the two coffins, no, connect the two swimming pools, so that it will be like a big swimming pool. Yifeng said, and flew towards the two swimming pools below. Prodigal son? If you are a prodigal son, then don't drag me to death with you, I haven't lived enough. Looking at Yifeng flying down, Song Heshan almost cried. Wait a minute. He wants to swim while resisting the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation, that's his business. I can just dig a tunnel and hide under the swimming pool, right? Thinking of this, Song Heshan couldn't help laughing, thinking to himself, I'm a genius.